June arrived at the Galactic Council meeting with a fast-beating heart. This was his first time representing Earth. The huge meeting hall sparkled with light bouncing off the crystal walls. Alien leaders from 20 different worlds sat in raised seats looking down at him. "Welcome, human diplomat," said the speaker, a tall being with 4 arms. "King Do has an announcement." King Do stood up. His skin changed colors as he spoke, shifting from blue to green. He was the ruler of the Nari, the most powerful aliens in the galaxy. "I am dividing my kingdom as I prepare to step down," he announced. "To seal our new friendship with Earth, I give the human diplomat June Park 2 gifts. First, he will receive the Outer Rim territories. Second, he will marry my 3rd daughter, Princess Sue." The room went silent for 3 seconds, then laughter erupted. "The worthless systems and the ugly daughter. How perfect," snickered a purple-skinned diplomat to June's right. June kept his face calm, even as anger burned inside him. He had studied the star maps. The Outer Rim was considered empty and useless by most aliens, but Earth scientists had theories about hidden resources there. "May I ask why you chose me, Your Majesty?" June asked politely. King Do's skin flickered with yellow dots, a sign of amusement. "Humans are new to space. You should start small." More laughter filled the hall. The tall diplomat from Vega leaned over to June. "Princess Sue is missing the royal skin patterns. No Nari would marry her. King Do tried to give her to 3 other species before you. You may reject the offer," King Do said. "No one would blame you," June thought quickly. This might be a test or a trap, or maybe an opportunity no one else could see. Earth needed allies and resources to survive in this dangerous galaxy. "I accept both gifts with gratitude," June said, bowing deeply. Shocked whispers spread across the hall. "The human accepts. Perhaps they cannot see properly, or they are more desperate than we thought." An aide rushed to June with a glowing tablet. "Sign here to make it official." As June signed the document, he noticed King Do watching him closely. The king's eyes showed something June couldn't quite read. Was it relief or something else? "The Gyazon ceremony will be in 3 days," King Do announced. "The human will then take his new wife and territories." As the meeting ended, other diplomats avoided June except to give him pitying looks. Back in his small ship, June called Earth. "They've given us territory," he reported to his commander, "and arranged a marriage with a princess." "Is this good news or bad?" asked Commander Lee. "I don't know yet. The aliens think I got the worst deal in the galaxy, but something feels off. Why give away any territory to newcomers like us, even bad territory? And the princess is considered ugly only because she lacks their color-changing skin. From pictures, she looks normal to human eyes. Be careful, June. You're walking into something we don't understand." That night, June couldn't sleep. He studied the star charts of his new territory again. Something caught his eye. Unusual energy readings that the aliens had dismissed as background noise. But Earth scientists had been looking for exactly this kind of energy signature. The next morning, June received a message. "Meet your future wife at the royal garden. Come alone." The garden was beautiful, filled with strange plants that moved and changed colors. Princess Sue waited by a fountain. She looked nothing like her father. Her skin stayed one color, a pale blue. By human standards, she was quite pretty. "So you're the human who got stuck with me," she said bluntly. "I'm sorry." "Why sorry?" "I accepted willingly," June replied. "Nobody wants the Outer Rim or a princess with broken skin," she said. "Your skin doesn't look broken to me." She almost smiled. "I have something to show you." She handed him a small device. "Look at these scans of the Outer Rim." June's eyes widened. The device showed massive energy fields hidden in the seemingly empty space, energy that could power Earth's colonies for centuries. "You know what's out there," he whispered. The princess nodded. "My father knows too. That's why he gave it to you." "But why?" "That's what you need to figure out," she said, before the ceremony. As June walked back to his ship, he felt excited and nervous. He had just been handed either a treasure or a trap, and he had 3 days to find out which. June's small ship landed on the royal platform of planet Lumina. 2 guards with long silver spears stood waiting. Their skin glowed with bright blue patterns that shifted like moving water. "Welcome, Earth diplomat," said the taller guard. "Follow us to meet Princess Min." They walked through halls made of a strange material that seemed both metal and alive. The walls changed colors as they passed, responding to the guards' skin patterns. June noticed that every Luminian they passed had these flowing light patterns on their skin. Some glowed brighter than others. "The royal family has the brightest patterns," explained the guard, noticing June's stare. "It shows their pure bloodline." June nodded but said nothing. He had studied Luminian culture enough to know that their society valued these light patterns above all else. Those with dim or no patterns were considered flawed. They stopped at a large door covered in swirling designs. The guard pressed his hand against it, his skin patterns matching the door's design. The door slid open. "The princess waits inside. You have 1 hour." June stepped into a large room filled with strange equipment. It looked like a mix between a laboratory and a living space. Floating screens displayed complex equations and star maps. In the center of it all stood a slender figure with her back to him. "Princess Min?" June called. She turned around. June tried to hide his surprise. The princess looked almost normal to his human eyes. Blue skin like all Luminians, but completely lacking the famous light patterns. Her skin was a solid uniform blue. According to Luminian standards, this made her hideously ugly. "You're staring," she said flatly. "I know what you're thinking." "I doubt that," June replied honestly. "To human eyes, you look quite normal." Min raised an eyebrow. "That's a new approach. Most diplomats pretend not to notice or express exaggerated pity." She walked closer, studying him like a scientist might study an interesting specimen. "So you're the human who agreed to marry the ugly princess and take the worthless systems." "That seems to be what everyone thinks happened," June agreed carefully. Min smiled for the first time. "But you suspect there's more to it." She gestured to a chair, then sat across from him. "Let's be clear. My father didn't give you those systems out of kindness or to insult you. The Outer Rim has something valuable that the Luminians can't use, but humans might." June leaned forward. "The energy fields?" Min's eyes widened slightly. "You know about them already?" "Impressive. Earth scientists detected unusual readings in that area years ago. We just didn't know what they meant." Min picked up a small device and projected a detailed map of the Outer Rim systems. "These aren't just energy fields. They're concentrated, dark matter pockets. My people can't harvest them because our technology is based on light energy. Dark matter disrupts our systems. But human technology might be compatible." June finished her thought. "Exactly." Min stood up and walked to another screen showing ship designs. "I've been studying human technology since your species joined the Galactic Council. Your approach is different, more mechanical, less dependent on quantum fields." "Why?" "Tell me this," June asked. "Why not keep it secret?" Min turned to face him directly. "Because I need a partner, not a puppet. If we're going to be married, you should know what you're getting into." She pointed to another screen showing what looked like weapon designs. "The Vega Consortium has been pressing my father to give them the Outer Rim. They suspect what's there and want to control it. So he gave it to Earth instead," June said slowly. "But why?" "Because humans are new. You're not part of the old power struggles, and..." She hesitated. "Because of me." Min shut off the screens with a wave of her hand. "I've spent my life being dismissed because of how I look. No one takes my research seriously. But I've made breakthroughs in dark matter technology that could change everything." She looked at June with intense eyes. "My father knows this marriage is my only chance to pursue my work freely, away from court politics." June thought carefully before speaking. "So this arrangement benefits both of us. Earth gets valuable territory, and you get freedom from a society that undervalues you." "Yes," Min said simply. "Though there's one more thing you should know." She walked to a cabinet and removed something that looked like a small crystal. It glowed with faint blue light. What your scientists detected was just the beginning. With the right technology, the outer rim could provide enough energy to power the entire galaxy for centuries. June stared at the crystal. And you know how to build that technology. Min smiled again, but this time there was a hint of sadness in it. Yes, that's why my father protected me all these years despite my appearance. And it's why the marriage must happen quickly. We're not safe here. What do you mean? June asked, suddenly alert. The Vega ambassador left the council meeting early yesterday, Min said. His ships were seen heading toward the outer rim this morning. June stood up quickly. We need to leave now. Min nodded. Yes, the wedding will have to happen in space. 3 months after their quick space wedding, June and Min stood on the observation deck of their new home Nexus Station. The station floated at the edge of the outer rim territories, built from parts sent by Earth and designs created by Min. Through the large window, strange energy waves flowed like colorful rivers across the black of space. The first harvester ship is ready, Min said, pointing to a small craft shaped unlike any other ship in the galaxy. It had no light engines like Luminian vessels. Instead, it used what Min called mechanical redundancies, backup systems that humans had always included in their designs. Will it work? June asked. 6 previous attempts had failed, each ship's systems overloaded by the dark matter currents. This time, yes, Min said confidently. The problem wasn't in my calculations. It was in how we built the ships. Your human approach of using physical backups rather than pure energy fields was the missing piece. The harvester ship moved slowly into the flowing energy rivers. Unlike the previous ships, its lights stayed on. The communication system crackled. Station, this is Harvester 1. System stable. Beginning collection process. Min smiled, her solid blue skin catching the light from the energy waves. To June, she looked beautiful, though he knew other Luminians would still see only her flaw. You were right, June said. Our technologies complement each other. Their early days on Nexus Station had been difficult. The Galactic Council had sent observers who reported back that the human Luminian project was failing. Earth had sent engineers who argued with Min's unusual designs. King Do had sent messages warning of growing pressure from the Vega Consortium, but slowly things had changed. The first small successes with the dark matter energy proved Min's theories correct. The human engineers began to listen to her ideas. New settlers arrived, mostly outcasts from other worlds who found a home where differences were valued. Ambassador June requests permission to dock, announced the station's computer. Min sighed. Another inspection? Let's hope this one goes better than the last, June said. Ambassador June was a senior member of the Galactic Council. His skin patterns were among the brightest June had ever seen on a Luminian, showing his high status. Welcome to Nexus Station. June greeted him in the docking bay. The ambassador barely nodded. I am here to evaluate your progress. The council is concerned about rumors of dangerous experiments. Min stepped forward. Our work is not dangerous, Ambassador. We invite you to see everything. They showed him the control room, the research, labs, and finally the energy storage facility, where glowing containers held the processed dark matter energy. Impossible, the ambassador muttered, staring at the energy readings. Our scientists said this could not be done. It couldn't be done with Luminian technology alone, Min explained. The human approach made it possible. The ambassador turned to her, his skin patterns flickering with what might have been anger or surprise. And what exactly is this human approach? June answered. We don't rely only on one system. We build backups using different methods. Where your ships use quantum field generators, ours also have physical engines. When one fails, the other works. Primitive, the ambassador said dismissively. Effective, Min corrected. She activated a screen showing their newest creation. A ship that combined Luminian quantum technology with human mechanical systems. Before the ambassador could respond, alarms blared throughout the station. Unidentified ships approaching. The computer announced, Vega Consortium markings, They rushed to the command center. On the main screen, 5 warships moved toward the station. "They've been waiting for this," Min said. They knew the council would send an inspector. The lead Vegan ship opened communication. "Nexus Station, this is Commander Tak of the Vega Consortium. By order of the Galactic Council, we are here to secure dangerous technology and materials." "Ambassador," Jun looked confused. "I issued no such order." "They're lying," Jun said. "The Council didn't send them." "Surrender your station and research," Commander Tak continued. "You have 10 minutes to comply." Jun looked at Min. "Our defense systems?" "Untested," she replied. "But they're based on the same hybrid technology as our harvesters." "Ambassador," Jun stepped forward. "This is illegal. As a council representative, I demand you withdraw." The Vegan commander laughed. "The council will thank us once we control the energy source." Min activated the station's defense system, a shield unlike any in the galaxy. Where normal shields glowed with visible energy, this one was nearly invisible, combining dark matter absorption with physical particle deflection. 5 minutes to comply, the Vegan commander warned. As they prepared for attack, Min's assistant rushed in. The sensor network just picked up something at the edge of the system. On a secondary screen, dozens of signals appeared, ships moving fast toward their position. "More Vegans?" Jun asked anxiously. Min checked the signals and started laughing. "No, look at their energy patterns." Jun studied the screen and grinned. "Luminian Royal Fleet markings." Ambassador Jun looked shocked. "The king himself leads that fleet." Min smiled at her father's perfect timing. "It seems my father still has a few surprises left." The next day, King Do's royal ship docked at Nexus Station. The Vega Consortium ships had retreated when they saw the size of the Luminian fleet. Jun and Min waited nervously in the main hall, unsure why the king had come in person. "Father." Min bowed as King Do entered. His skin glowed with bright, complex patterns that showed his royal status. "My daughter," he replied, his expression unreadable. Then, surprisingly, he bowed to Jun as well. "And my son-in-law. You have done well here." Before they could respond, a loud alarm blared throughout the station. Red lights flashed on every screen. "Emergency alert," the computer announced. "Unknown objects entering the galaxy at high speed." They rushed to the command center. The main screen showed strange ships appearing at the outer edge of the galaxy. They were like nothing anyone had ever seen. Black, shapeless objects that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. "What are they?" Jun asked. King Do's face grew serious. "The Ancient Ones. They have returned." "The Ancient Ones?" Jun had never heard this name. Min looked shocked. "They're just a legend, beings who supposedly lived in our galaxy before any of our species existed." "Not a legend," King Do said grimly. "Every 10,000 years they return from the void between galaxies. The last time they nearly destroyed all civilized worlds. Our ancestors barely survived." More alerts sounded. The strange ships were moving fast, approaching the nearest inhabited systems. Galactic Council headquarters reports they are under attack, a communications officer announced. Their defense systems are failing. King Do turned to Min. "This is why I gave you the Outer Rim. Our scientists predicted their return. We needed a new defense, and our traditional technology cannot harm them." Min understood immediately. "The dark matter energy. Their ships seem to be made of the same substance." "Yes." King Do nodded. "Our light-based weapons pass right through them, but your research here might be the key." Reports flooded in from across the galaxy. Planet after planet reported that their defenses were useless against the invaders. The Ancient Ones' ships simply absorbed energy weapons and passed through physical barriers. Ambassador Jun, who had remained on the station, looked terrified. "The Council's forces are being destroyed. We must evacuate to safe worlds." "There are no safe worlds," King Do said. "Not against this enemy." Min was already working at a console, her fingers flying over the controls. "Our hybrid technology might work. The harvesters interact with dark matter. We could modify them to disrupt the Ancient One's ships. How long would that take? June asked. Too long, Min admitted. But we have something else. She pulled up schematics of their defensive shield. This was designed to work against both energy and physical attacks with modifications. We need to test it, June said. As if in answer, new alarms sounded. 3 of the black ships had broken away from the main fleet and were heading directly toward the outer rim, toward Nexus Station. They sensed the dark matter concentrations here, King Do realized. They're drawn to it. Min worked frantically, adjusting the shield parameters. June, I need your help with the mechanical components. While Min reconfigured the energy matrix, June modified the physical emitters, adding frequency modulators that might disrupt the invaders' strange matter. Ready? Min finally announced, just as the black ships entered their system. All personnel to safety stations, June ordered over the intercom. Prepare for possible impact. The shield activated, a strange, shimmering bubble that wasn't quite visible except where it rippled against the dark of space. The 3 black ships approached at frightening speed. They're not slowing down, Ambassador June said, his voice shaking. They don't expect resistance, King Do replied. They never found any before. The first black ship hit the shield and stopped. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the ship seemed to ripple, its shapeless form struggling against the barrier. Suddenly it broke apart, dissolving into harmless particles. It worked, June shouted. The other 2 ships slowed their approach. They circled the station, as if studying the shield. They're learning, Min warned. They'll adapt. Indeed, the second ship tried a different approach, emitting a strange beam that probed the shield's energy matrix. They're scanning our frequency, Min said, hands racing across the controls. I'm modulating the shield, making it unpredictable. The black ships continued their probing attacks, but the shield held. After several hours, they retreated, disappearing back into deep space. Ambassador Jun was first to break the tense silence. You saved us. The entire station. Not just us, Min said, looking at the report still coming in. The Ancient Ones are destroying everything in their path. The Galactic Council headquarters is gone. Major worlds are under attack. King Do turned to Min and June. Can your shield be adapted for larger areas? For planets? Min nodded slowly. Yes. And the harvester technology could be modified into weapons. June understood what this meant. Our worthless outer rim just became the most important territory in the galaxy. And my flawed daughter, King Do said with sudden pride, may be the one who saves us all. 6 months later, June stood on the bridge of the Defender, the largest ship ever built in the galaxy. It combined Luminian quantum technology with human mechanical systems in ways no one had imagined before the war started. Through the view screen, he watched as the last of the Ancient One's ships retreated toward the galactic edge. They're running, said Captain Bin, a young human officer. All sectors report the enemy is withdrawing. Cheers erupted across the bridge. After months of desperate fighting, the tide had finally turned. The shield technology developed at Nexus Station had been adapted to protect key worlds. The harvester ships had been converted into weapons that could disrupt the Ancient One's strange matter. Send word to all allied fleets, June ordered. Pursue, but do not cross the galactic boundary. He turned as the door opened. Min entered looking tired but happy. Her blue skin was marked with a few scars from an early battle when their lab had been damaged. To June, these marks only made her more beautiful. The new defense network is complete, she reported. 26 key systems now have permanent shields. Even if the Ancient Ones return, they won't find us helpless again. June smiled. Your father will be pleased. He already knows. The emergency council meeting starts in 1 hour. The Emergency Galactic Council had replaced the old council after its headquarters was destroyed. It met in a protected chamber on Nexus Station, now the most heavily defended location in the galaxy. As June and Min entered, representatives from 17 species rose in respect, something that would have been unimaginable before the war. King Do sat at the head of the table, his royal pattern slightly dimmed from the strain of recent months. Beside him sat representatives from Earth, Vega, and other major worlds. The Ancient Ones have been driven back, King Do announced. For now. History tells us they will return, perhaps in another 10,000 years. We will be ready, said the Vegan representative. The war had changed many things, including the Vegans' attitude. Their worlds had been among the first attacked, and they had suffered terrible losses. Now they were among the strongest supporters of the Alliance. Thanks to the combined technology developed by my daughter and her human husband, King Do agreed. Which brings us to today's purpose. The old order is gone. We must create something new. The Earth representative, Ambassador Lee, stood up. Earth proposes a true union of worlds, where each species contributes its strengths. The war proved that no single approach is superior. Only by combining our different technologies and viewpoints did we survive. There were nods around the table. Even species that had once looked down on humans now acknowledged their contribution. The simple mechanical backup systems that Luminians had once mocked had saved countless lives when quantum fields failed under the Ancient Ones' attacks. I support this proposal, said King Do. And I officially nominate Princess Min and Ambassador June to lead the new Science Directorate. Their work at Nexus Station should continue, with full support from all worlds. The vote was unanimous. As the meeting continued, discussing details of the new alliance, Min leaned close to June. Did you ever imagine this? She whispered. When you first arrived at the council meeting? June smiled, remembering how the other diplomats had laughed when he was given the worthless outer rim and the ugly princess. Not in my wildest dreams. After the meeting, King Do asked them to join him privately. In a small chamber overlooking the energy rivers of the outer rim, he revealed a truth they had suspected but never confirmed. I knew the Ancient Ones would return, he said. Our oldest records predicted it. For generations, our scientists sought a defense, but our light-based technology always failed against their dark matter. So you needed a different approach, Min said, a non-Luminian perspective. Yes. When humans joined the galactic community, I saw potential. Your species thinks differently. You use backup systems, you find unusual solutions, and you don't share our prejudices. He looked at Min with sadness in his eyes. I could not openly support your research. The old council was too set in its ways. So I arranged the marriage, gave you territories where you could work freely. You used us, June said, but without anger. I gave you opportunity, King Do corrected. The results were beyond my hopes. As they walked back to their quarters, Min stopped at the large observation window. Below them, Nexus Station had grown into a small city. Scientists from 20 species worked together on new technologies. Ships arrived daily with resources and personnel. From outcasts to leaders, Min said quietly. It's still hard to believe. A small group of children ran past them in the corridor, human, Luminian, vegan, and others, playing together without concern for differences. One small Luminian girl had solid blue skin like Min's, but wore it proudly, without shame. That's the real victory, June said, pointing to the children. Later that night, as they stood on their private balcony watching the energy rivers, Min placed June's hand on her stomach. There will be another change to the galaxy soon, she said with a smile. June's eyes widened as he understood. A child? Is it possible? Our doctors say yes, the first human Luminian child. Different from both worlds, belonging to neither and both. Like the technologies they had created, like the new alliance forming around them, their child would be something new. A bridge between different ways of thinking, seeing, and being. The new galactic order begins at home, June said softly, holding Min close as the energy rivers flowed around them. No longer a burden but a gift, no longer hidden but illuminating a new path forward.